Alright mates, how's it going? In today's video, it's chapter 17 of Tides of Darkness by Aaron Rosenberg. Ready for some payoff for something that happened like 2 books ago? Well then let's go!
Ground control to haul a cow. Get down from there, you're just a cow.
We've got him now, Chief. The gates are starting to give way.
Doomhammer grinned. Victory was so close he could feel it in his fingers and toes. Once the gates were down, his people could pour into the city, and that would be that. The war would be won, and the orcs could finally start a new life here without all of this fighting and stuff.
Doomhammer, look.
Orgrim did indeed look. Up in the sky, a dark shape loomed. 'Twas a dragon, so Doomhammer's grin grew even larger. Surely that settled it. However, the dragon rider landed and strode towards the war chief with a facial expression that wasn't as enthusiastic as one would expect. "I'll bring a message, boss. From Zulahead."
Spit it out.
"It's Gul'dan. He's fled."
What? When?
"Shortly after you left. Him, Cho'Gall, the Twilight's Hammer, and Stormreaver clans. They launched the boats back into the Great Sea and are sailing south. One of my clansmen spotted them, and Gul'dan killed him. But I was there. I saw it happen. I wanted to go after them there and then, but I knew that my chieftain and yourself needed to be informed of this treachery." Doomhammer nodded.
You did the right thing. Gul'dan probably would have killed you as well, and we'd be none the wiser. Damn him. I knew he couldn't be trusted. And now he's taken the ships.
"We can fly after him. Zulahead is preparing the other dragon riders as we speak. Leave it to us. We'll burn those ships to ash and every orc on them."
Yeah, but only if you can get close enough. Gul'dan's magic is strong. Cho'Gall's powerful as well.
Thinking of Cho'Gall, Doomhammer then came to the sudden realisation that Gul'dan had been playing him for quite a while.
I'll let him transform ogres into new warriors just to fill out his own ranks.
The war chief then bit down hard on his lip, punishing himself for his own stupidity. He'd been so excited about the prospect of new weapons for the war, he'd ignored his own instincts. Multiple times. Another orc, Tharbek, from the Blackrock clan itself then approached.
Yes, there's a problem. The mountains are closed.
What?
We're no longer able to get through the passes. I sent some scouts back to find out why, but they've not returned.
What the hell was happening? Victory had seemed all but assured a few moments ago, and now, not so much.
That human betrayed us. I knew one who would sell out his own race couldn't be trusted.
Again, he'd ignored his instincts. But Doomhammer had also figured that Perenord was too cowardly to turn against them. So the more likely explanation was that the Alliance had discovered Perenord's treachery and removed him from his position of control. That didn't change the result, however. It was shit either way.
How many orcs are trapped up there?
Impossible to say.
I'd say at least half the clan if I were to guess. But we still have plenty of warriors, and once Gul'dan and the others arrive, they're not coming. Gul'dan has betrayed us. He's taken the ships.
But why?
If we lose this war, we'll all be without a home, him included.
Doomhammer then shook his head.
This war was never his priority. Even back at Stormwind he said he'd found something else. Something powerful. Something that would make him strong enough to not need the Horde for protection. So what do we do? In all honesty, War Chief, I don't think we have enough warriors to take the city.
Doomhammer didn't say anything, but he knew Tharbek was right. The attack from behind had taken them by surprise and reduced their numbers by a large proportion. And now they could no longer expect reinforcements from any direction. But losing this battle was not the thing that weighed heaviest on the war chief. Not anymore. Gul'dan and his followers were setting their goals above those of the Horde. Their own selfish desires above the needs of their people. This was the exact reason why Doomhammer had killed Blackhand in the first place. This could not be allowed to stand.
Rend! Maim!
The 2 Blackhand brothers approached, looking a little bit confused as to why they'd been summoned.
Take your Blacktooth Grin south, through Hillsbrad to the sea. Gul'dan has fled, but it was only him and 2 clans, so they wouldn't have needed all the boats. Go. Pursue the traitors. Destroy every last one of them.
But the city, the war.
Damn it, Rend. Our people's honour is at stake. Consider this a chance to regain yours. I will lead my clan south more slowly, blocking the Alliance from following you. But we will keep this route open, all the way back to this city. We will return here afterwards, and finish what we started.
His voice sounded confident, but even Doomhammer had his doubts about that last part. They'd caught the city by surprise this time. That probably wouldn't happen again. But the Black Hand boys nodded.
As you say.
Doomhammer then turned back to the original Dragon Rider, who had been waiting very patiently this entire time.
Tell Zuluhead to send all the dragons. All of them. Fly as fast as you can. You will have your chance to avenge your clanmate's death.
The Dragon Rider nodded, grinned, and then buggered off, as did the others, leaving Doomhammer alone, shaking with shock and rage. And for some reason, Terran Gorefiend then walked up.
What of you then, rotting corpse? You followed Gul'dan once. He's betrayed us all. Will you run to him now?
Gul'dan has forsaken our people. The Horde is all. It retains our loyalty. As to you, for as long as you lead it.
Well, that was nice. Doomhammer was actually a little bit taken aback by the creature's response.
Alright then. Go and protect our people as they retreat from the city.
Gorefiend then stalked off, so Doomhammer was alone yet again. But that didn't stop him from talking to himself and doing a little dramatic monologue.
You'll die for this, Gul'dan.
Meanwhile, Gul'dan stood on deck and sniffed the sea air, closed his eyes and allowed his mystical senses dominance. Aha! There. The feeling hit him so strong, he could taste it.
Stop. We are here.
But we're in the middle of nowhere.
Oh, should we weigh you with chains and send you down to the depths to check? Or would you prefer to sit here and trust that I know what I'm doing?
The orc stammered and backed away very quickly, and Gul'dan then turned to Cho'Gul.
Inform the others. We will begin at once.
So, the two-headed ogre did indeed inform the others, and soon enough, a whole bunch of ogre magi and orc necromancers were stood around eagerly, waiting to hear what the next step was.
The place we seek, an ancient temple, lies below us, and as much as I'm sure we'd all love to swim down there, in the cold and the dark, we shall instead raise the land itself and bring the temple to the surface.
Is that even possible?
Yes, I once guided the Shadow Council to raise an entire volcano back on our homeworld, and I will guide you all now.
And so he did, and after a whole bunch of arms being waved about, serious concentration faces, and what I'm sure was a fantastic spectacle to behold, several entire islands were raised from the depths of the ocean.
I see them! Over there!
Ren Blackhand looked to where the orc warrior was pointing. Good. Increase speed. I want to reach them before they have a chance to disappear into some hideout. Ren then glanced around and saw a number of the younger warriors looking a little bit nervous. Their magic is potent. Gul'dan could easily kill 3 or 4 of us within minutes, but they need those minutes. So just steer clear of the warlocks until there's an opening. They may be powerful, but they're still orcs. They can still bleed and die.
We're not alone. Damn him. Why did he always have to be so quick at making decisions? Ugh. Well, there's nothing for it. Tell the warriors to prepare for battle. You'll need to fend them off while I enter the temple and find the tomb.
With pleasure.
Death to the traitors!
The two forces slammed into each other with thunderous impact. Cho'Gul's warriors fought savagely, their only goal to inflict as much damage and pain as possible, whilst the Horde's forces fought for revenge and justice. But there was one difference between the two sides. Numbers. Gul'dan only had 2 clans following him, and one of them, the Storm Reavers, had accompanied him into the temple. So it was basically just the Twilight's Hammer versus one of the largest clans within the Horde. Well, that was easier than expected.
Yeah, I thought that was going to be a little bit more epic.
That's still Gul'dan. That asshole has much to answer for.
Quickly, you fools! Fan out and search for the primary passageway. We must reach the Chamber of the Eye before the tomb's guardians awaken.
Guardians? You didn't say anything about guardians. Gul'dan then slapped the cowering warlock.
Spineless coward! Move!
Gul'dan's rage mobilised the Storm Reavers. His wrath was the more immediate threat, no matter how bloody spooky this temple was. So they got to searching, until eventually one of the warlocks called to Gul'dan after discovering a wide corridor, full of fine carvings and engravings and mosaics and stuff. Even with all the erosion, you could tell how beautiful this building had once been, but Gul'dan didn't give a shit. All he cared about was what lay at the end. A big door to a big vault.
Now, Sargeras, I will claim whatever's left of your power and bring this wretched world to its knees.
Gul'dan could feel the energy and power beyond the door. 'Twas arousing. So he motioned the others to get back, reached out, and grappled the handle. However, it was kinda stiff, hadn't been used for centuries. He then gave it a real good yank, only to feel a prickle of a spell wash over him. But the spell did nothing, didn't hurt at all. Just as Sargeras had said, Aegwynn had warded this vault against intrusion. But those wards were designed only for those native to this world, not orcs. So Gul'dan yanked the handle again, heard a click, and then boof, the vault was wide open. But before Gul'dan could feel really pleased with himself and chuckle about how shit Aegwynn was, something stirred in the darkness within the vault.
No.
Gul'dan tried to scream, but he was paralysed with fear. This was not how it was supposed to happen. Sargeras promised. Gul'dan tried to summon his magic, tried to do anything, but the mere sight of these creatures approaching scared the shit out of him.
Damn you, Sargeras. I won't be beaten like this. I am Gul'dan. I am darkness incarnate. It will not end like...
Main Blackhand moved to step through the temple's entrance, only for Rend to stop him.
What? You still need to get Gul'dan.
Did you not hear those screams and that evil laugh? I don't think Gul'dan's a threat anymore, and I certainly don't feel the need to go in there.
So, what do we do now then?
Return to Doomhammer. We still have a war to fight. And so, the two brothers and their black-toothed Grin followers returned to their boats and buggered off. And we're leaving it there! I know that some people feel like Gul'dan's end is a bit of an anticlimax, but I kinda like how he just gets ripped apart by some random nobody demons. It's a fitting end for an arrogant jerk. In the next chapter, there's a sea battle, because it's about time Dalen Proudmoore did something. As usual, links in the description for the book, my Patreon page, my Discord, all of that stuff. If you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, all of that bollocks. And all that's left to say is, thanks for watching, and see ya!